Hi everybody, hi every spirit, welcome very much to my YouTube channel. Esoteric Cloud Surfer here, ready for an Astro and Tarot reading live stream of today's energies. Thank you very much for being here, your support is greatly appreciated. I wish you the best thoughts, ideas, feelings and emotions, and a whole bunch of individuality, creativity and responsibility as well. Alright, so I hope you are having a beautiful Saturn day in Aquarius. Alright, with the sun in Scorpio and the moon going into Capricorn. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna do a little tarot reading for today's energies and then an astro reading for today's alignments, okay? So thank you very much for being here and let's get started. So let's pull a card for today, okay, from the little tarot deck, and also we're gonna get into today's numerology, okay? So today, according to our free calendar, it's the 6th degree, right? The sun is in 6 degrees Scorpio, all right? Of the 8th house constellation, Scorpio, of the year 10. Since 2012, there was a new shift, right? So that equals to 6 plus 8 plus 1 plus 10, which is 9 plus 6, which is 15, which is 1 plus 5, which is 6. So today is a great day to pay attention to your own space, to bring power, control, and attention to your space, your creativity, your individuality, and the image that you have about how others perceive your individuality and expression, and just the overall influence that you as an individual has in the world around you. Alright, so great time to be very unique, to be very individual. You don't need to force it to others, you don't need to push it on into others, okay? You just need to focus on your own and connect with individuals that are doing the same, bringing power, control, and attention to their own feelings, emotions, thoughts, and ideas, spiritual belief systems, and just power and influence in the world around them. Alright, so let's see what card do we get for today's energy. Let's go. Interesting. Durable Water, Prince of Cups. We are developing, creating a new, fresh way to externally communicate and associate our dreams, illusions, feelings, imaginations, past moments, past connections, spiritual belief systems, wisdom, deep spiritual knowledge. You know what I'm saying? But it's, the goal is to create a solid connection that is straight and clear so we can make sense together out of some spiritual event, some alignments in the sky, some events that might be happening outside in the world. You know what I'm saying? So let's be focused, let's be clear, and let's connect, or only connect really if it's really like spiritual or really important or really a safe and expansive relationship for yourself and your feelings, emotions, ideas, thoughts, and creativity in general, so you can be yourself while feeling truly connected and supported. Okay? Keep in mind that you are creating a new way, so it might not be sufficient yet. It might not work 100% yet, so you have to develop that in your own way with time, patience, and cultivate, because that's the water energy. Taking care, imagine, being there, being present, being committed. You know what I'm saying? So, next, let's finish today's numerology. According to the Gregorian, Greek, Jewish, whatever you want to call it, to their calendar, where everybody lives, right? The thing is, we live in the both calendars, right? But it depends on what you pay attention more, okay? What you think and react more to. Your own space and the space in the sky, the true space that we all have access to, or you pay more attention to whatever is going on in the world. And that is not good or bad, it's just for you to know where you at, for you to localize yourself, and then go from wherever you want to go from your current position, okay? In order for you to advance, you need to know where you at, you need to know your surroundings and the ins and outs of that current space, because you can't go to another space, to a different space, if you don't know how to get out of your present space, making sense out of it, right? So according to their calendar, quote unquote. It's the 29th day of October of the 10th month of 2022. So that's 2 plus 10 plus 1 plus 0 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, which is 8 plus 9 plus 1, which is 9 plus 9, which is 18, which is 1 plus 8, which is 9. So today it's a great day to be elevated, perhaps to be supported by that system, or you gonna be elevating their stuff instead of your own stuff. But I think it's more in general, since the moon is going to Capricorn, since the moon will be conjuncting Pluto as well. I think whoever is in positions of power and they think they control people, they will try create a scenario, create something to react to that will elevate the need to create ways to relate with the system, or elevate the system to make people feel that they need it more, or they need it now because something is going on. You know what I'm saying? And with that said, let's move into today's energy reading. Okay, to moon going into Capricorn. By the way, guys, I have some news to share with you as well. If you are watching here live, or if you're watching the recorded version, I have a new format for readings. I try to take the normal natal chart reading, right? And I try to add a bit of my own, a bit of a different taste or different thing of what already is out there. Okay, and I call it the current C reading. Okay, so this will be posted on my IG page as well, and you can contact me to get this or whatever other reading through the email here, and it's the same email that you can also donate and send your payment to. Okay, and what is, real quick, commercial break, right? What is the current C Astro reading, right? So it's basically, I take your natal chart or some elements of it, because you can choose between sun, moon, and ascendant, or the full chart analysis. Okay, so I will take those alignments and I will align them with the alignments in the sky, and I will make a reading about that. All right, if your sun is square, if you have sun in Leo, your sun is squaring the sun in the sky right now, and then I will tell you what that means. All right. And that's one of my service. It's the new one. I'll post these on IG and on my other social media pages, so you can contact me. You can get one for yourself and share with your friends and family, right? So not only, by the way, not only I have these readings, I have the regular natal chart, birth chart reading. I have the 360 reading, which is a very interesting reading that we do on Sundays for the moon quarter for the week ahead. 360 tarot reading, which will be tomorrow. So catch us live tomorrow as well. We'll be here with you to make the reading for... No, what did I kill? I'm quoting too much. I'm being too sarcastic. Aquarius has had. All right. So that's a 360 reading. It's very interesting as well. Very unique format that I came up with as well. And then we have the simple, normal tarot readings. 1 card, 3 cards, week ahead, love matters, business matters, and Trinity. And you can get all of these by contacting me via my email. And here on the natal chart, as well on the currency reading, you can choose whatever part of your chart you want to get. Okay, and if you get the full chart, you get it. It's not the total sum of this. It's a bit discounted to compensate you as well. All right. So let's move on for the reading of today and moon going into Capricorn, because moon will go into Capricorn still. It's right now 0 degrees. Oh wait, and I have to update this chart over here because this chart is from some time ago. Yeah, this is from some time ago. Hold on, y'all. All right. So as you can see, the moon is 1 degree Capricorn already. So that means that we are reacting and responding to new, creative, or just new in general ways to feel and be successful, have a good status, have a good relationship with the world and how we conduct business, and also, or more importantly, new ways to have or to just feel safe, security, stability, profit, and efficiency in your life, in your business, and how you connect your own personal business with the world and its own forms of business. Okay? Because that's we're talking about the 10th house energy, where Mars is also exalted. Okay? So keep that in mind. And by Mars being exalted in there, it makes the sextile between the Sun and the Moon. Moon in Capricorn, Sun in Scorpio, that's a sextile. And they share Mars energy, or a highlight of that energy, because Scorpio is ruled by Mars, right? Is the night side, feminine side of Mars. So by Capricorn and Scorpio sharing that energy of Mars, this sextile will be very passionate, very internal. It can make your blood boil if you go too masculine, if you go too Saturnian, or it can make your blood get very stuck, thick, and make some when your blood stops or flows very very slow, because you can get too fixed on the feelings and emotions behind your actions and your feelings and your wants. Okay, but Moon in Capricorn, it will allow us to feel, to sense out our limits and our boundaries. You can feel more confident, or you can feel the need to establish limits and boundaries. You might have the need to communicate that with closed ones, not with the world that's in Aquarius, not with your friends, with your real friends, maybe with family members. You have to set up some limits and boundaries so your personal soft space doesn't get invaded, or you don't feel weird and you manifest things out of that state. Okay? Just be very internally strong, cooperate. Remember, it's moon in Capricorn relating with Saturn energy as well, because Capricorn is the feminine internal side of Saturn. So others and you might feel the need, or you might have some responsibilities, some things that you might need to team up with. You might need to call some help, or you might need, somebody might call you to get some help, okay, with some things in the world. Okay, so don't be too hasty to, hey, no, I can't, I'm doing my own thing. Okay, you keep that, you be in that space, but you still relate and help if it's something that is really like necessary. If it's something that is like tough to do, and that person can't do it alone, just go there real quick, help them out, come back to your personal space, and you're good. All right? Then, Sun in Scorpio, it means that you are paying attention to fixed emotions, fixed feelings, fixed desires, and we are acting and expressing ourselves out of those fixed emotions, fixed desires, fixed past moments of trauma or difficulty that led into your growth as a spirit, being individual and unique, getting fixated on the right desires, on the right feelings, on the right deep relationships. Because the 8th house, where Scorpio was born out of, is right after the 7th house, Libra, right? So Libra is relationships, partners, love, whatever, and then Scorpio is that in a more deep, focused, juicy, powerful level. All right, so that's where the Sun is. So almost everybody, or not everybody, no, not almost everybody, is receiving these influences and then reacting in your own way, reacting their own unique way with their own influences, and that makes a world, that makes a new creature, a new event. That's why this reading is very important, useful, and also entertaining for you to know how your energies is interacting with the world's energy, and what creatures, what ideas and feelings, visions and emotions are you creating and developing together with the world, right? Because today is Saturday in Aquarius as well, okay? So we are developing connections, associations, thoughts, and ideas that are unique and original about the world, we relating with the world, being a part of the world, changing the world, building something with and in the world, okay? And then having that balance. Don't give yourself too much to the world, because Aquarius can be too much giving, because there is no much emotional compass, there is no much emotional awareness. So you might feel the need, or just you think it's the right thing to do, or you think it's the thing that's going to fulfill you. We just support or think about supporting everybody, think about changing the world because that's the best way. And we have to do that on a more personal level. We have to do that for your own self first, and then associate with individuals, the right individuals for you and for your cause, for your spiritual purpose, for your great, unique individual ideas. All right? And then that's the learning process, okay? Between the square of Saturn in Aquarius and Sun in Scorpio, we have to learn to act, pay attention, and fixate ourselves on real worlds, real relationships, real connections, real scenarios, okay? That you have to be really committed, you have to be really passionate, but also private, internal, and a bit in the shadows on your own realm, okay? But then you have to learn how to use that to build something that you can show and express to others, to create a network of individual and unique people, places, ideas, causes, and directions to move your associations and organizations, right? Then the Sun in Scorpio is sextiling the Moon in Capricorn. That will be in Capricorn. So that's an opportunity to fixate your actions, your wants, your visions, and your expressions in new feelings of stability, all right? Of need, that's negative, or you might get fixated and go too deep, go too passionate into creating new responsibilities that you don't need to, and those responsibilities will attract a whole bunch of dense and heavy things, okay? But we also have the opportunity to be impactful, but kind of under the tone, under the veil about our limits and boundaries. So we might be impactful to others, but we don't hurt others because our intention is so focused and powerful that the others' spirits immediately understand. Because it's in Scorpio, it's deep, it's very spiritual. We are very in the water. Our communications are very fast on the spiritual realm, and our mind, our masculine, external, mercurial mind might not be able to go as deep or to process as fast, but actually we'll see that later on, right, with the astral reading of the Sun. But because everybody can feel and understand each other super fast, if you apply your limits and boundaries with intention, others will, if you have the right intention, others, spirits, will feel that and respect that, okay? And also with Sun in Scorpio and Moon in Capricorn, opportunity to manifest and attract new scenarios of profit, efficiency, or stability if you are focusing on unique feelings, passions, and motivations, okay? And then Moon in Capricorn, fatal attracting Saturn in Aquarius, feeling more internal, feeling more protective, feeling more sensitive, and feeling more I'm ready for this shit, about associating and connecting with the external world to create a unique sense and actually stability, structure, and networking. All right? Let's get some water over here before we advance to the next astro reading. Great. How you guys doing? Tell me in the comments down below how you guys feeling today. If you're watching this later, maybe you remember something that happened in this day. You remember a certain feeling. You might remember a certain thought that you got really fixated on. And comment in the comments down below. Maybe I can help you get lighter, because that's what we do on this channel, right? Esoteric Cloud Surfer. We ride esoteric clouds, which are lighter, less dense, and also vibing on a higher frequency and vibration vehicles that your spirit can jump into to use as a vehicle, as an awareness, so you can have a lighter, wiser, and wider perspective about yourself, okay? And that's pretty much what we do. we get lighter and expand our perspective about our own location and the spaces, energies, and things around it. Okay? So you can feel lighter about yourself, so you can make better, clear decisions. Just feel lighter, just be lighter, just be yourself. You know, that's the whole point of knowing astrology, of knowing what the government is doing to y'all, right? So you can be yourself without being too much influenced by the world, but you are being yourself while using those energies of the world, okay? And sometimes being used. Sometimes you can't help but be a little bit lost in the world, and then you create. But that's when you have like child's daughters and sons with the world, okay? If you don't have that interaction, if you don't have that deep relationship with the world, sometimes you will not create anything good for you here, okay? Because we have to bring our spiritual awarenesses, we have to bring our spiritual principles to down here as well, okay? So remember also, you can have one card for you guys, one tarot card, or slash and one tarot and one dragon oracle card for you as well. You have the information here on the screen, and you can send the payment to my PayPal, okay? And then say in the chat so I can check, confirm, and focus on you. All right. So Sun in Scorpio, right? With the Moon in Capricorn and Saturn day in Aquarius. Okay. So basically, we'll do Sun in Scorpio, not every live stream, because that will be very repetitive, right? But we will do it every time the moon changes and we talk about it, right? And every time, like, for example, Mercury is now in Scorpio and it's very recent, and when it goes into Sag, we'll make a new Sun alignment reading, okay? And we'll do right now a Moon in Capricorn Astro reading and the Saturn in Aquarius Astro reading. Saturn, I think already went direct. Let me check. Yeah, Saturn direct as well. That's actually very interesting. So your associations, your business, about connecting in a unique, interesting, changing way can move forward. But Saturn is still catching up, so it will not be really in your life physically, or in a more percentage level physically, until it comes back to like 24, when it basically was before it going retrograde, okay? The moon will conjunct Pluto, that's very interesting, very powerful. We can transform, and Pluto also not retrograde. But that will take some time to catch up, right? So we can re-experience some moments of transformation. We can heal. Great. Yeah, Sun in Scorpio, Moon in Capricorn. Great opportunity to really heal yourself and your business and your personal world around you, your personal surroundings, and how you feel about going and acting in your own power in those surroundings. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Nice. So, Moon in Capricorn, sextiling Mercury in Scorpio, opportunities to think more deeply with more intention and a bit sluggish about how we feel about the new ways that we or the world is creating, that we have to adapt to or create our own way to be in that way, to have security, stability, and profit in your life. Moon in Capricorn, sextiling Venus in Scorpio as well, opportunities to relate with more meaning, with more emotional support, and with more intention your responsibilities, your business, and get basically a more loyal or really interested supporters, business partners, subscribers, viewers, etc. But more like in really important, structural, fundamental parts of your life. Okay? Then, Moon in Capricorn, yeah, in conjuncting Mars in Gemini, misunderstanding, and here also Mars is misunderstanding the Moon in Capricorn, so you might be uh, exalted emotionally about real things, about some changes and transformations in your life, right? That deal with security, stability, money, and whatever. And you might misunderstand the way that things are being communicated to you, and you might quick judge, you might want to separate, or you might feel too cold and too alone, and then you over exalt, you overreact because Mars is misunderstanding the Moon exaltation of its own energy. Okay, so misunderstanding exalted feelings, limits, or transformations when it comes to communicating or receiving messages from your surroundings in a logical and detached way about your passions, your creativity, and your intentions. Okay? Then, Moon in Capricorn, sextiling Pisces, no, sextiling Jupiter in Pisces retrograde, an opportunity to create, to start and build a foundation, to expand on your dreams, illusions, and imaginations. Moon in Capricorn trining Uranus in Taurus, a gift to create new ways to feel safe, secure, or to profit and be efficient on new, unique changes that the whole world is going through in order to have security, validation, but real validation, real profit in their lives by being themselves and developing unique situations and associations. Moon in Capricorn sextiling Neptune in Pisces, an opportunity to start opening the portal to have real scenarios that represent your subconscious visions, juices, vapors, gases, aka dreams, illusions, and imaginations that sometimes you might not be aware of, and you might have a huge pile of creativity or smelly shit in your subconscious realm. And with this Moon in Capricorn, you will start to see or bring those things into reality as you become more aware of it and then aware of it, because then we have the opportunity to see those new, deep, emotional, situational, transformational changes with the Sun in Scorpio, shining some light to some deep parts. So this is like a trine, Sun in Scorpio trining Neptune in Pisces, that then is exiling Pluto, the Moon in Capricorn, I mean. Right? And then Moon in Capricorn conjuncting Pluto, okay, transforming or being transformed by the world, which you don't want. You want to change the world, you want to transform the world, right? And then feel hurt or feel connected or feel the need because or feel that you don't have what you need because the world is transforming and changing around you, okay? Or just renovating, healing, going through process of transformation where you bring power and control to your own individual space. Deep. Moon in Capricorn, always deep. Always about survival, status, making or losing some money, making or getting or losing some sense of stability. And it's a lot about losing an old, outdated sense of stability and create a new sense of stability or just situation, you know? Get from an old job to a new job. You were working on some projects, you stop working on one project and you create another project. But you might feel attached, it might be deep, it might be a bit tough, but it's for your own good. And lastly, but not least, let's see how much time we're going in. Oh, we're good, we're good. Keeping this not too short, not too long. Saturn day in Aquarius, right? So Saturn in Aquarius squaring Mercury in Scorpio, learning how to think a bit more slow, a bit more deep, and a bit more with real intentions, with real desires about our world and our unique and creative, but also like structural, you know, associations, groups, organizations, or things, projects that you are involved into in the world. We gotta learn how to think a bit more private, a bit more strategic, a bit more emotional, and a bit more using our real intention and desires. Saturn in Aquarius squaring Venus in Scorpio, learning how to relate and exchange things in a more deep, meaningful, private way, or learning how to get fixed in the real desires that help you build unique structures and foundations. Saturn in Aquarius, training Mars in Gemini, a gift to share your passions, motivations, angers, and frustrations in a light, sociable, adaptable, logical way that helps you construct and just get a whole feeling, a whole awareness of who are and who are not real, unique individuals, people, places, causes, and organizations that can help you build, or you can participate in, that can help you build a unique situation for yourself, where you can be yourself, you can have your own fixed way to think and communicate, and still profit, still have structure, power, and influence in your own world. Okay? Saturn in Aquarius, fatal attracting Jupiter retro in Pisces, expanding on past dreams and illusions, or reutilizing past dreams, illusions, imaginations, and meaningful or kind of flunked out relationships. That's the negative part, to build a unique network or unique way to think and communicate. Saturn in Aquarius squaring Uranus in Taurus, learning how to communicate and associate with new and unique but responsible, stable, and kinda important changes or groups that are causing changes in economy, agriculture, markets, or whatever. Learning how to relate, how to think, how to see, go, get it, and build a unique situation with unique people, with unique scenarios that is stable, structured, profitable, and efficient, and you still get a hold, you don't lose, and others know because you communicate to them and they communicate to you your own fixed values. All right? Saturn in Aquarius, fatal attracting Neptune in Pisces, feeling a bit more inspired, feeling a bit more lost, feeling a bit more deeply connected, but still light and flexible about your world, about unique relationships, circumstances, and scenarios in your world that help you or that are already constructed and built upon unique dreams, illusions, and imaginations. And lastly, but not least, Saturn in Aquarius, fatal attracting Pluto in Capricorn, feeling a bit more deep, a bit more hurt, or a bit more I didn't knew it all, and that kinda can hurt your vision about yourself or your ego about whatever circumstances you have in the world, because we are going transformations, going through deep changes, deep scenarios where you have to create a new way to be stable, and we lose some old ways to be stable and to have some profit and be seen in a good way, and that can make you feel a bit more hurt. That can make you feel like you don't want to go out in the world and communicate and associate in a unique way. You might feel, oh, I gotta be on point, I gotta be super structured, I gotta be super responsible, which is true. But right now, Saturn in Aquarius is making us build in unique ways. You gotta build with your own individuality, with your own way to think and communicate. So if you feel too hurt, if you feel too pressured, too internal, I don't want to come out with my own uniqueness and individuality, you might end up creating some old and outdated way to have business, and your business might be just like that. All right? And that's the end of today, guys, of today's live stream. And I hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. I hope it was just like the thumbnail, some whiskey with some ice rocks, because it's just like the sun in Scorpio with the moon in Capricorn. It's just like that feeling, okay? You have some good juicy, a relaxing liquid. The whiskey, even with that color, is that amber color, is recomforting but exciting and makes you go explore some emotions and feelings within yourself. And then you have that cold, solid uh, feeling of the ice rocks, right? That makes everything make a bit more sense, be a bit more connected, be a bit more focused. You know what I'm saying? So you are relaxed, but with some intention. You are putting your limits and boundaries to connect in the best way, not to close off, not to hurt others, not because you are insecure and afraid, but because you know where and what your deep, meaningful desires are, and you apply limits and boundaries to keep other things that are not that away from you. Okay? And thank you very much for watching. I wish you the best thoughts, ideas, feelings, and emotions, a whole bunch of individuality, creativity, and responsibility as well. I hope you love yourself, and I hope that you follow your individuality to maintain your sanity. See you soon.